This concert is extremely meaningful to me for two reasons. The first one is all the numerical anniversaries it holds for me personally. First of all, 35 seasons ago, I performed the Mozart Clarinet Concerto as my first concerto performance with the Hong Kong Philharmonic. 40 years ago, I performed the Mozart Clarinet Concerto for the first time in New York. 45 years ago, I started to learn the Mozart Clarinet Concerto. 50 years ago, the Hong Kong Philharmonic became a full-fledged professional orchestra. And during that season, I was 60 years old. So it seems inevitable that I should play this piece this season. The last time I played this was in the park for 22,000 people for Symphony Under the Stars in 2008 with Maestro Jaap van Sweden conducting. And my mother had come. She ended up being on the big television, the big Jumbotron. This was a very memorable moment for her because apparently immediately a queue formed of people who wanted to take selfies with her, and people sent her over champagne and chocolates. So we laughed and talked about this for a long time. Unfortunately, my mother passed away a couple of days ago, and I did promise her that I would dedicate this performance to her. So I hope that I can bring something new to this piece. I think if you ask almost every clarinetist, it's compulsory to mention Benny Goodman as their biggest influence. First of all, he was the king of swing, a giant in the jazz world. Moreover, he was probably the instrumentalist on any instrument that inspired most classical works for his instrument. People like Bartók wrote for Benny Goodman, Aaron Copland wrote for Benny Goodman, Francis Poulenc, almost all the major composers of his day. But maybe most importantly, I remember talking to my teacher who just said, son, if you ever feel like you need cheering up, just go listen to Benny Goodman. After all, isn't that what music is all about? At the time, Benny Goodman and there was another giant, Artie Shaw, they all married Hollywood starlets. So I thought, I didn't realize that you had to be the jazz player. And then I got into classical music and then I found out it didn't apply to us. And on Friday, April 12th at 8 p.m. and Saturday, April 13th at 5 p.m., I will be performing the Mozart Clarinet Concerto with Michael Sanderling as conductor and our beloved Hong Kong Philharmonic as the symphony orchestra in Hong Kong Cultural Center, Tsim Sha Tsui.